Welcome to my chefing. My name is Chef Fran. This is my sous chef Ian.
How are we doing today?
And today we are doing a Dollar Tree series. Hello, my name is Chef Fran Glover. I'm the founder and president of Joseph's Dream House. I want you to know the buying power I have when I work with the local grocers. For example, if you donate $10 to me, I'm able to feed 2.5 people 8 meals. If you donate $25, I'm able to feed 6 people 20 meals. And of course, as the donation increases, I'm able to feed more people. If you're trying to buy it and shipping it to me, I won't be able to feed the same amount of people. So I want you to know, for example, here's some of the things that the families will receive. Produce, where they can get all their nutrients. Different breakfast options based on their dietary needs. There's snacks here, especially for the babies, and lunch, and different various dinners, and even gluten-free pasta for those that have celiac disease. Together, I want you to know that we have fed 194,338 people, of which 83,105 are children. Please know that hunger has no age, no race, no gender, no ethnic background, nor zip code. I've also started a YouTube channel called Ma Chefin'. I started it so I could help raise funds to be able to continue to support the charity, as we are self-funded. We do not receive any grants. With that said, I've also written my first cookbook, which is a sole fundraiser for Joseph's Dream House, called A Twist on Boring Salad, A Salad a Day, which is available on Amazon.com. All the proceeds go to that. The link for that will be below. So again, Ma Chefin', the channel with that is a little different than everyone else's. It provides nutritional information of everything that you're putting in your body that I'm cooking that day. It also provides people statistical facts of food insecurity. Again, I want to thank everyone for supporting throughout the years, Dan especially, supporting a great cause, as this is Hunger Awareness Month. Thank you. September is Hunger Action Month, and for a lot of families right now, with the cost of food, with inflation and food being at an all-time high in cost, it's really hard for a lot of families to eat nutritionally sound food. And so what Ian and I want to kind of show you is a meal today that we're making, a Tex-Mex meal, my own creation, that you can feed a family, Ian.
Of 4 for under $10.
4, and if you have small children,
you
can even say 6. Up to 6 people for under $10.
Mm-hmm.
So what we had that was already that we had at home was onions and garlic. So that's not included in the cost, but if you add that, that will be part of the under $10.
Exactly.
And we had some sausage. That's all included under the $10. But Ian will tell you exactly how much we spent at Dollar Tree with tax.
Yes, we did. We have exactly, I think, 5 items that we spent, and came to 6. That's right, 6. I'm sorry, 6 came to 7.25, and with tax about $7.60.
Okay. Now, Dollar Tree, if many of you know, is no longer really a
dollar no more.
It's $1.25.
Why? Because they raised the inflation. Everything is going up. Yeah, even Dollar Tree.
So with that said, you can still feed your family. They can get their core, they can get their grain with their rice, they can get their meat. Well, if you have meat at home, if you don't, then okay, that's okay. Then we have our beans, which gives you the protein if you don't have the physical meat at home, or if you're a vegetarian. And then you have the veggies here, which encompasses your green beans, your carrots, your corn. Anything else we're missing here, Ian? And peas.
And the peas, yeah.
And then you have your cheese, which has your dairy and your protein as well. And then you also have another sense of veggies with your tomato sauce.
Yes.
And so we like to cook ours with chicken broth, but if you can't, and that, this is no judgment here, if you don't even have the full $10, or the 7, you only have, let's say, just $6.50. You could leave out the chicken broth. We like it because it gives more flavor. You could just use water instead with some salt and pepper, or use the chicken broth if you can, and it'll add more flavor to your food. So here's our Dollar Tree series. So Ian is going to get our chicken broth boiling. And once that happens, this is minute rice, so in 5 minutes it'll be done. And we'll work on just sauteing. I'm gonna work on cutting up our onions and garlic, and we're just gonna saute that afterwards with our mixed vegetables. And we're just gonna kind of like mix everything else in together and just layer some cheese in between and on top. And then bake it on 350 for about 20 minutes in a little glass casserole dish if you have. I have individual ones. So that's when like a family of 4 can eat it. And if, again, small children, 6. So you can be balling on a budget at Dollar Tree, $1.25 tree for under $10. So you can still eat nutritionally sound.
As I would say, $1.25.
$1.25.
$1.25. Okay.
Yep.
Actually.
So once that water boils, Ian will turn around and he will put the rice in, and you'll watch him do that.
Right? Yes. I don't cut them off.
Right. We would not want you to do that, for sure.
Boy, it's fun to be back. All right, so I'm going to pour this in.
Yep, pour the whole thing in. Now, I will be honest with you guys. I know Ian said it was about 7, how much?
7 1/4.
7 1/4. And 760.
760, about 760.
760 with tax. You're probably gonna have to make that about 860 because you will need another box if you're doing for a family of more than 4.
About 885.
Especially maybe if you want to have some leftovers for work or whatever it is, lunch the next day. So you would need 2 of these boxes because they are very relatively small. But if it's something that you're just looking for just a family of 4 just to eat that day, then you could get away with 1 box. Okay? So Ian and I, we did add a little bit of olive oil, and you want to add that to your rice so it doesn't become sticky. And for a little bit more flavor, we had butter, and we added a little butter, but that's optional. So your rice is done, but I'm just gonna let it sit for another 2 more minutes. But it is complete already, so if you want to take it out, you could. But I'm just gonna let it sit for 2 more minutes covered. And then we'll put it in our bowl and mix it with our beans and cook up our little vegetables and our sausage, mix it with that, and we'll get moving.
All right, I'm going to put the...
So Ian's going to put the rice in our glass bowl for our casserole, our Tex-Mex rice. Look at that.
Yeah, a lot of fluff.
Yeah.
Fluff for your buck. In $1/4.
Look what you got for $1.
$1.25, Mom.
Oh, that's right.
$1.25.
That's right.
They went up. Inflation.
Okay. And then you're going to put your black beans with that. And your sausage.
Hang on 1 second, Mama. I am a little bit of...
Actually, that's hot. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's okay. I got that. That's fine. So now, I'm going to add the black beans. Take that off.
You're going to mix that together, your black beans.
Yes.
And while Ian's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and saute my onions and garlic that I had cut up. And I'm going to put my mixed vegetables. There's a lot of mixed vegetables here, Ian, so I'm not going to use the whole bag.
You're going to have 2 meals. For
$2
$1.25. Yeah.
For $1.25, as Ian would say.
Yeah.
Be careful you don't hurt yourself.
I know.
So for $1.25, actually, you can use it for our only other meal. Because I'm only going to use actually, a little bit less than half of this. So you could probably get another 2 meals, 3 meals out of just this one bag. So that $1.25 stretched really, really far.
It's good.
So for sure, you could actually probably even feed a family of 8, 6 to 8 with this rice, with this beans. The sausage is going to get added into it, the vegetables, some of the tomato sauce is going to get added into it, and our cheese. And so I only have 4 of these here, but again, if you have a bigger casserole dish, perfect.
Yeah, you're right. This is a lot. They should be able to, wow. Especially with everything going on in this world right now.
And you don't have to do your typical, again, you could, cooking's all about creativity.
Yeah.
It's about loving food, being passionate about it, what you're putting in your body. All of this food, even though it's said per se inexpensive, it's not huge name brands. Well, Minute Rice is a name brand. Most of these are name brands, but you know, maybe it's not the fancier names maybe that you may be used to, but they serve the same purpose,
As you would say,
and they're affordable.
bougie.
Bougie, right?
Bougie.
So, but College Inn is
Yeah.
a big name brand. We have Organic Valley.
Yeah,
You know, all this
that's
stuff you can't find in Dollar Tree. So you can eat. Definitely, you can be balling on a budget at Dollar Tree. Look how beautiful now. In the Hispanic culture, this would be considered moro, moro rice. You know, so that's your rice with your black beans mixed in with it. And we actually drained some of the liquid. If we had kept some more of it, it would have been a little darker, and it would have been more of the moro rice that you have in some of the Hispanic
What is
cultures.
it, congri?
Yeah, it depends. Like some of them call it moro, you know,
Yeah,
some of them
moro
call it
con
congri.
rice,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like the Cubans usually call it moro, you know, some other cultures call it congri, you know, so it's
All right.
nonetheless it's a big staple, particularly for us in South Florida. Black beans is like it.
Yes, it is.
I prefer, my favorite is more red beans, but I will eat black beans. But out here where Ian and I live in South Florida, black beans is everything.
A friend of mine who you know, she enjoys red beans. She doesn't like the black beans.
Really?
You know, and it's her culture. You know, she's a red bean like you, Mom. Obviously.
I love
yeah,
red beans. You know, I prefer it, but I will eat black beans because, especially when you think about Tex-Mex, you know, you think about black beans as well. And so, I'm a bean girl. I love beans. You know, it substitutes great protein. So if you don't have meat, for example, and you add that, so you want to add your sausage to that as well.
Sure.
So you're really going to have like a full meal encompassed here. So you got leftovers for the next day as well. Or you have the family of 8 that can eat, you know? The family of 8 for sure.
But this right here, a family ate, definitely.
Here I have here, we have our mixed vegetables. I'm only going to do, like I said, close to half the bag. Yeah, there we go. And the rest I can use another time for another meal. Now, how do you like mixed vegetables? I love mixed vegetables. Great for pot pie.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, so which is a classic pot pie.
Without a doubt, it is.
I like mixed vegetables. Some people don't, you know, but
Very healthy
you know,
for you.
because I love corn, I love peas. So mixed vegetables has, and I love carrots as well. You know, has everything that I kind of like love. So I'm gonna add a little bit of our Himalayan salt and black pepper here. Ooh.
What do you think? All right.
But you know, Ian, I always say use the best tools in the house.
You know
honey.
something?
You have gloves on.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I don't know if the rice is too hot for you. Maybe you don't want to do that. But if it's not, that way you can get the sausage fully on the bottom as well. You know, but I am a girl that's like use what God gave you. Your hands.
Oh yeah.
As long as you have gloves on, no
Well,
one
you know
gets sick
something?
with contamination. You're good. Just to saute
It
this.
is smoking.
Smoking.
It is definitely smoking.
Maybe we'll get you a bigger bowl, Ian, so you can play in the playground better.
Yeah, I think so. We're gonna have to jump it
Play
up.
in the rice
We're
sandbox
we're
better.
Putting that in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need a bigger bowl.
Yeah, we're gonna put some of
Yeah,
our pasta sauce, and that's it.
Yeah.
We'll put it in the pan.
definitely gonna need a bigger bowl.
Look at this. So actually, Ian and I kind of, through talking, discovered that this could actually be like not just this Tex-Mex casserole type of dish. You could actually just have some of the sausage we had, or chicken, whatever piece of meat you have. and or just by itself if you have no meat, just the rice and the beans alone gives you a nice nutritionally sound meal, and it's filling with just the rice and beans. Or you have the sausage with the rice and beans just standalone, can be a meal by itself. And this as well, the Tex-Mex rice casserole dish, because you have your black beans here, you have your rice, you have your green beans here, you have your carrots, our carrots here, and then we have our pretty little yellow corn here. We have our yellow corn here, and then we also have our peas.
Yeah,
they're hiding somewhere.
We have one right on top right there.
Right here.
Sorry about that.
Oops. We have our peas here, and then we'll add our tomato sauce on it, and then we'll put our cheese in the middle, like almost layer it. We'll fill in half of the rice casserole, some cheese, and then fill it again, the rice casserole, some cheese on top, and you have yourself a full encompass My Plate, USDA My Plate meal. Encompasses all your dietary.
You were also saying, even the vegetarians, without the sausage, this is a big meal for them.
Yes, absolutely, because they can have this with, they can have this without, obviously, the sausage.
Meatless if they want, but that's spending more
and
money.
those who are vegan can have maybe vegan cheese if they wanted to use.
Exactly.
Obviously no meat and, vegan cheese, and they can have the same meal. So this is for people with different dietary needs, that this works for. So we're going to get into our vitamin content, and then we'll be back to basically layer it and bake it.
Sounds good.
Our Tex-Mex Rice Casserole has rice, which is vitamins B, folate, and it's cooked in chicken broth, vitamins A, B12, C, D, E, K, and magnesium. Also, some olive oil was added to that, vitamins E and K, and butter, vitamins A, B12, D, E, and K2. It also has some sausage, which is vitamins A, B6, K, niacin, phosphorus, and zinc, black beans, vitamins A, calcium, folate, iron, magnesium, potassium. It has mixed vegetables, which has corn, B, C, and folate, carrots, vitamins A, beta-carotene, biotin, and potassium, peas, A, C, E, calcium, magnesium, potassium, and zinc, and green beans, A, C, K, folic acid, and fiber. Real facts. It is expected that food prices will go up between 4.5% and 5.5%. These food prices will be the highest that America has seen in decades. You can learn more by visiting us at jdhcdc.org. So we're going to bake this. This is what it looks like before it's baked. And just 350, 15, 20 minutes depending on your oven. But I think 15 minutes should be suffice because everything here is fully cooked. It's just melting your cheese really. So, 15, 20 minutes, you're good to go. So here is our Tex-Mex Rice Casserole that has our mixed vegetables, and it has our sausage, rice, black beans, and our mixed vegetables has, of course, corn, green beans, peas, carrots, and our Mexican blend, Fiesta blend cheese, and that's it. Well, E, we are about to have our wonderful Tex-Mex casserole.
Yes, we are.
This year. And can you want to share with them why you're wearing an orange t-shirt, Mr. Ian?
Yes, this month is our hunger month.
Yes.
And feeding families and stuff, and people that obviously are really struggling out there. And of course the sister company, or the mother company as you would call it, Joseph's Dream House, is fighting out there to keep everybody as far as we can from being hungry and making a meal for their children.
So orange is the color of hunger.
Yes, it is.
And so Ian and I decided to wear orange this month.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to say in honor because there's nothing great about being hungry.
No.
And let me just say one thing. Hunger is literally a step away from someone's paycheck, literally. Someone gets laid off, they may not have any savings, or sometimes it can be a transition between a bill. A car broke down and now you can't make it to your next paycheck. Or an unexpected light bill was higher, for example, than what you anticipated, and you just paid your rent, and now you can't buy groceries. So just understand when you see people, let's do our best not to judge anyone, because you could even see someone driving a nice vehicle and not know that their fridge could be empty at that moment, because that happens as well, until they get their next paycheck or whatever it is. Know that hunger has no color,
or race,
no gender,
no nothing,
no sexual orientation, no zip code, no ethnic background. And
great.
so at Joseph Dream House, whom our chefing is very much a part of, we're doing our best to try to fight to help to eradicate hunger where we are. And so Ian and I want to show how you can eat still healthy
and
on a Dollar Tree budget. A
$1.25
budget. Okay? So let's dig in. Yep.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. It's hot.
It's very hot. Wow, it's hot.
For me, this absolutely works because I love beans, I love rice, I love sausage, I love mixed vegetables, and I love cheese. So,
And the sauce. Yep, it has a lot of different flavors all in one. I mean, it really is.
see the black beans right here, and corn.
Yeah.
I have sausage in my mouth, some carrots right here.
Wow.
Just came out the oven, so super hot. See the steam coming out of it. Super good.
I actually can go with this for a lot of meals for me.
Super healthy here.
Yeah, I like it.
We have fully encompassed the USDA My Plate diet in this dish. So here's our call to action.
Let's sit down for a moment.
You keep eating. I'll give them the call to action, baby. Don't forget to click the like button by giving us a virtual hug. When you do that, that encourages Ian, myself, and the team to keep moving forward and try to think of things that are creative but delicious and nutritionally sound for you. And if you have never joined us before and you're here for the first time, welcome, where we greet you here with open arms and great big hugs. And be part of the Chefin' family.
The Ma Chefin' family.
That's right.
And share.
And share.
Sharing is caring.
That's right. So we thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really do appreciate it. We value your time. And thank you for eating with us virtually today. And we would love to hear how you did your own version if you want. Maybe you want to take out some black beans to add red beans. Maybe you don't want to add any cheese. Maybe you want to add some ground meat, maybe as opposed to sausage. Let us know what you did with your Tex-Mex rice casserole, or if you did exactly like us. We do answer the comments, so please reach out to us and say hello and tell us what you did. We do answer. Thank you so much again. We value your time. Have a great evening. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye now.